Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast Channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.
meeting of the Exeter Heritage Commission. I'm John Merkel, Vice Chair.
I'm Bill Campbell.
Pam Chatham?
Françoise Elise.
John Gruder.
The first order of business is the January minutes. Have people had a chance to take a look at those?
We have. Now, I wasn't here, so I can't really say anything. Looks good, but
It's going to be.
I can't either.
I'll move.
Well, I don't know if we have enough people here to do this.
Okay,
Not now, but
right. Okay.
Well,
well, you've got three.
three, yeah, we have three that were at that meeting.
I think you need four
I made a
And I'll
motion.
second it.
Okay.
till we vote the number down to 5.
Not yet.
That's right. So I said you need 4 today.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Oh, well,
You don't need it. You don't need to. There's no rules that I'm aware of in your rules of procedure or state law that you have to have a quorum of the person, of the body that had the minutes. If someone wasn't there and they got familiar with the meeting and they watched it and they said they could make an informed decision, then they're free to do so.
Okay?
It's a good point.
well, then we're golden.
Okay. We have
We have a motion and a second.
all those in favor of accepting the minutes as presented?
Aye.
Aye.
Good.
I still
Beautiful.
abstain.
Well, you and I are non-voting. Okay.
All right.
Okay, Dave, you
Yeah.
want to explain this one? I took a ride out there,
Yeah.
and it's just the property lines you're taking away, right?
Correct. Let me come up here. So does everyone have the plan? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Now, what you're looking at, you'll see parcel A up in the top corner.
Yep.
Okay? That's and it says existing playground.
Yep.
Okay? The new area, where it says new area, the 5.32 acres, the big lot, that is this lot right here, houses this building here. Okay, so it's the Exeter, it's a medical place. So their lot line kind of goes here and includes Planet Playground. This up front is its own lot, as you can see.
Yeah.
It's like 69.5. But Planet Playground right here has been located on their property for many, many years. And when it was discovered, we approached the owners and they were generous enough to do a land lease to us and lease the land for $1 a year. Then we were like, okay, we're ready to invest in a new Planet Playground with funds. But with a year-to-year lease, it's like, we could make, $250,000, whatever, hundreds of thousands of dollars of improvements. And then it was a year-to-year lease, so we couldn't do that because what if the lease went away? And this property changed hands a couple times, and when it changed hands with the current owner, we approached them about purchasing it. And they went to the planning board, and the plan you have in front of you was approved by the planning board, basically carving out parcel A and taking the lot line that used to be like this, right, that included this, goes now, carves it off, and then this piece of Planet Playground goes with our park. So it will be merged, so it'll be one big piece, and we will own the on Planet
So,
Playground.
but basically, we are going to get all of this.
Parcel A, correct.
So what about this little corridor?
That's still owned by the, 69,
By the,
by the
Yeah.
law, Exeter Prop, I think LLC is the owner.
and they want to keep a,
I'm sure it's,
Well, we approached them
Okay.
and said, we'd like to purchase the land on Planet Playground. And they went through all the,
Okay.
internal stuff, got to that point, and then we were wondering if we could just square it off, but the person that took it through only carved off Planet Playground. So we'd had to go back and renegotiate. We're like, okay, we got what we got. They agreed to this. I don't know what their reasoning was to keep that, but we don't really need it, so we're acquiring that.
they may want to allow a driveway in the future, just in case.
Who knows? I mean, they really can't without our approval because.
Well, I know, but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
they could never do it without the land.
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, that's just the way, I don't think it was intentional on their part. I think they just said, we asked them to carve out the playground, and that's what they did.
Okay, it just struck me as irrational, but, most of this stuff is irrational, so.
The current playground fits nicely within this
Yeah.
without,
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Losing
follows, as you look, the 11 by 17 is tough to read, but that thick black line that's the property line, if you look
Right.
real close, it's a stone wall underneath. So it actually
Oh.
follows a stone wall that completely surrounds Planet Playground, so.
so that's good.
It's like a perfect boundary for it. So in accordance with RSA 4114A, before the select board has a process before they can acquire property. And the process includes planning board, conservation commission, heritage, and HDC if applicable. So we've determined that the planning board, Conservation Commission and the Heritage Commission are needed to review this and just make a recommendation to the select board that they may take or, what have you. So we would ask, and we would ask that you support the acquisition so we can own the land under our current park.
How much?
$50,000.
Oh, well, that's a fair price.
Good heavens, that's cheap around here.
And we already have that money? Or is this something that'll come up?
That, I wasn't behind the funding on this,
Okay.
so I'm just taking it kind of through the process. That would be a good question for Greg, but
Well, I thought he might be here, but he'd be here planning.
I could find the answer to that out.
Okay, because I'm just kind of curious. Now, I know there's still working on the plan, maybe it's not 100% finalized, because
No,
at
it's
one
finalized.
point it was $1 million or something, someone's estimate, and I said, let's,
Oh, no, I think you might be confusing the improvements to Planet Playground compared to the acquisition of the land underneath.
no, I'm talking about the improvements, I've moved on from the land underneath.
Oh, you moved on, okay.
But the new one with the space, whatever it's
Oh,
called,
the improvement.
that was pretty expensive.
I don't have any update on that. That would be Greg
And
again.
we've determined that there's too much of a chance of getting splinters in the old one. The old one's all.
That's what I heard. I heard there was a park inspection, like, I think we have inspectors to go out,
Yeah.
look at our park, see
Yeah.
what's needed, make recommendations, and they do recommend, replacement of some of the items out there.
We're beyond that now, but grandkids love that park better than anyone in town. And what it was, as the pressure-treated wood aged, it splits and whatever. All right.
Well, the Recreation Department has already approached, I know the Kiwanis, and I'm sure they've done the other clubs.
Yeah.
And you say, you gave us such and such back in whenever it was, how would you like to upgrade it for whatever? So,
Well, let's.
but that's not us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not.
let's
but-
just.
I'll make a motion that we recommend to the select board that they acquire the .45 acres on 8 Hampton Road.
Second,
Is there any other discussion on this? All those in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. The HC recommends that it proceed.
Okay.
And that was 5-0?
Yes.
5-0, yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
So are you going to Dave, going to tell the
Yep,
select board? Okay,
I will take care of it.
thank you.
Welcome.
Super. Anything else for us to do? Yes.
Well, you've got the revised
We do,
rules of procedures.
we do.
Dave has updated these. I have it on the agenda, but I don't think we have anything else to discuss at this meeting today.
Update on Water Street Park.
Well,
Oh, is that the Chocolatiers lot?
The one next to it, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So, but do we need to approve these?
Prove what?
The rules, yeah.
The rules of procedure were adopted.
No,
They were adopted-
this was, no, you made motions and adopted several changes that included getting rid of the need for a public hearing, because you don't need a
Right,
public hearing to
right.
adopt. And then after that, you went and you changed the meetings, because the commission will generally meet regularly on the third Wednesday of each month, and before it said shall and so forth.
Yeah.
So I think you've made all the changes you've discussed.
So because we
So-
voted on the changes, that we don't have to.
No, you've already voted them. This is the clean copy that reflects all
Thank you.
all
It's
the
up to date.
changes that you made. So I don't remember anything else that you wanted to amend at this point, so I think we're good.
Thank you.
I haven't seen anything regarding demolition of anything of
Yeah.
late.
Not yet.
No, we haven't had one, right? We haven't had a demolition review in a couple of months, right?
Well, we have to have something to demolish, and then demolish, and we haven't
there-
had it.
The only thing I can see the only thing I'm aware of is last night the ZBA granted a variance to construct 4 units where the gas station is, right on the corner of Main Street by Main Street School, right next to Main Street
Oh,
School.
the gas station, okay, I haven't heard
The one
anything
that's
about
on the
that.
bend?
The one that's on the bend.
Beautiful. Every time I drive by there, I look at
I'm not
that.
sure how
It's
much-
Too bad they can't.
Yeah,
get it.
how much flack they're gonna get for demoing that building, but
They tried that once before, didn't they?
I don't know how old it is. I
At
don't
least
know,
1 month.
so
probably-
that
I just looked at it this morning. It's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's gone.
understood. But I'm just saying that's a building that I think will be will be demolished
some
in the
markers on it.
in
What
the
do they want to
future.
put there for townhome?
Yeah, they're gonna put two buildings with 2 units in each. That's what the proposal was. I haven't seen a plan. It'll go to planning board.
Yeah,
So,
okay. I'll be patient.
but just anything I think of that might be involved in demolition, I'll mention to the commission. So
Do we
stay
really-
ahead of it.
Do we really have a demolition review committee, or is that?
Yes.
We do.
Do we do have?
It's made up at the time.
Whoever
Right.
shows up.
Yes.
You've been on it before, John.
What's that?
You've been on it.
Oh, no, I know, I go to most of those.
Yep.
If I can, because they're in the morning, but, no, I just don't remember hearing it called that before, but that's fine.
Right.
It's most of us,
Only, yeah, but, yeah.
as many of us as we can scrape together.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there, I'll ask you, John, representing the planning board, is there anything that you need to bring to our attention?
No, I don't think so. That, what is it, 11 Front Street? That there's an older building there, but they're not gonna tear it down, but they do wanna renovate.
11 Front Street, we're at 10, so we're talking about next door.
No, I don't know. What is that? Where's the item that was supposed to be on our agenda tomorrow night that got taken off? The house they want to,
81 Front Street.
81, sorry.
Oh.
They got the one.
81, that's the
81.
Dingman place,
Yeah.
old Dingman place.
So, but that's just renovating. They didn't ask us yet to tear it down, right?
They're not tearing it down. There is a couple of small additions.
Right.
I think they went to the HCC. I believe they went to the HCC.
Yeah.
But there was a connector between, there was
Right.
multiple buildings on the site, and then they put this walkway connector. I think it's, 90s or, later,
Yeah, it was
later
in-
than
yeah.
1990. It was in the last, 30 years.
Yeah.
That they added a connection. They're demoing that connection between the front and rear property.
I think they're held up now because of the driveways.
Yeah.
Well, they're working through, they're
Yeah,
working
they-
through the site plan
Right.
process. But I don't think they have any demolition that triggers
No,
review.
No, just that.
There anything with the HGC?
Well, we haven't met very often either, so unless something happened back in November, which has slipped my mind, no, there isn't.
I think we've kind of gone through our agenda here.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
it's very efficient.
Good job.
Is there anything new on 23 Water Street?
I know that there's been some citizens that have put together some volunteers that are proposing maybe to fill in the hole and work with the rec department to put up a fence along the river and possibly get it open. I think that is I do anticipate that it'll be on the select board agenda for Monday night for review.
Good.
Because they'd have to submit an alteration of, a shoreland permit by notification to fill in that hole, because they're within 250 feet of the reference line of the Swampscott River.
Does the Conservation Commission have to look at that then?
I'm not sure. I don't really follow the state permit, rules. Permit by notification, I'm not sure.
Right.
It's a shoreland permit by notification because it's like less than 1,500 square feet of fill, and so there's no removal of any vegetation. It's simply filling in a hole. That's what they're proposing.
Yes?
So I'm new, but on this particular property, or on any properties like this, are there any like archaeological digs or that?
Well, there was a store there, so we
Yes.
know what was there.
Right, but like digs
Yeah.
So you're looking for Indian artifacts
or
underneath the store?
or whatever.
Yeah.
That's,
Well, the thing is, that particular stretch of the river
Yep.
has been solidly occupied since mid-1600s. So I suppose you could, but I can't imagine what you think you'd find. Plus, the Indians really the Native Americans lived up more by Kimball Road. That's where you'll find the,
Well, Fran's question is, if this were involving state money, they would require
Okay.
an archaeological.
oh, state money, okay.
they did do archaeological digs when they were building the new library.
Okay.
I don't think.
Yeah,
they
well,
did.
that was
State and
funded by.
federal, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
With other money.
okay.
But that's a good point.
Yeah. Because you
Especially
never
if there
know.
was a toilet chamber on site where people used to throw things into the chamber and they got preserved. That's, and I know in Boston, that's where they're finding a lot of artifacts.
Yeah.
Yes?
Well, in Boston, they did a lot of fill. So
Yes,
you're going to find,
yes.
I mean, if you read that lovely book, they found a nice murder victim, but I don't think we're going to come up with anything that exciting.
No, you never know.
You never know.
Well, if we do, it's paleological.
Old chocolate molds or things like that.
I wouldn't eat the chocolate that's old.
Does anybody have anything else
No.
they want to bring up?
No.
Oh,
I have just one question. We lost our chairman. When do we revote? You're using the vice chairman title, but we don't have a chairman, right?
We don't.
You want to get promoted back to that position? Or?
I think it will resolve itself in March or April when we.
Oh, we do for the, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, you say, what month do you usually elect?
I think it's usually brought up in March and then we vote on it in
Okay.
April.
Yeah, that's what most other boards are, because it says once a year, they last a year, so, okay.
Well, usually most boards, at least the ones I've been on, wait until after the selectmen have done the appointments, which for the people who are coming on April 30th. That's the date when everybody, when your time is assessed, it's usually from April 30th of the year, for 3 years or whatever. So they usually wait till the boards change, but we can do whatever.
you think we do have anybody waiting to get on?
I don't know. I don't know.
There was a line out front when I came in. I thought,
No, wasn't for here. Well,
I have one thing,
yes,
just because Julie called me yesterday and discussed that she had a discussion with Francois about a facade
Yeah, facade
improvement
improvement program.
program, and just, I told her that she mentioned a few avenues, like Main Street America,
Yes.
CDBG,
Yep.
Heritage Commission funding, town warrant funding, so forth. So I told her I'd start, just kind of looking into it if there's anything available. My understanding is a lot of the grants are project specific. You have to have a defined project. You have to identify, have a budget, timeline, and then make a request for grant funding. But
Right.
that's under like the federal grants or other grants opportunities. But I told her I'd look into it. She said just mention it, today.
Okay, I do have something that if you wanted to look into it,
Sure.
we could look into it together, a funding source.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Happy to.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yay.
thank you.
Very
Thank you.
good. Well, that was
Thank you
very-
for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.